Proteins are large complex molecules that play many critical roles in the body. The word protein came from a Greek word proteus. Proteins are like long necklaces with different shaped beads. Each bead is a small molecule called amino acid. Compounds composed of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen are arranged as strands of amino acids. There are 4 different kinds of protein structure: the primary structure, secondary structure, tertiary structure, and quaternary structure. Primary structure. The primary structure of a protein refers to the sequence of amino acids in the polypeptide chain. The primary structure is held together by peptide bonds that are made during the process of protein biosynthesis. Secondary structure. Protein secondary structure is 3-dimensional form of local segments of proteins. The 2 most common secondary structural elements are alpha helices and beta sheets, though beta turns and omega loops occur as well. Secondary structure elements typically spontaneously form as an intermediate before the protein falls into 3-dimensional tertiary structure. Tertiary structure. Protein tertiary structure is the 3-dimensional shape of a protein. The tertiary structure will have a single polypeptide chain or backbone with 1 or more protein secondary structures, the protein domains. Quaternary structure. Protein quaternary structure is the number and arrangement of multiple folded protein subunits in a multiple subunit complex. It includes organizations from simple dimers to large homooligomers and complexes with defined or variable numbers of subunits. Proteins.
Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates can be represented by the formula CH2ON, where N is the number of carbon atoms in the molecule. In other words, the ratio of carbon to hydrogen to oxygen is 1:2:1 carbohydrate molecules. 3 types of carbohydrates. First, monosaccharides. Second, disaccharides. And last, polysaccharides. Monosaccharides. Mono, which means one, and saccharide, which means sweet. Monosaccharides. These are the simplest form of carbohydrates. Monosaccharides often taste sweet and dissolve in water. Types of monosaccharides. First, glucose, used to help make adenosine triphosphate or ATP. Second, galactose, part of lactose. And last, fructose, found in fruit. Disaccharides. Di, which means two, and saccharine, which means sweet. Disaccharides. These are found when 2 monosaccharides undergo a dehydration reaction, a reaction in which the removal of water molecule occurs. Types of disaccharides. First, malactose. Malt sugar is a disaccharide formed from a dehydration reaction between 2 glucose molecules. Second type is the lactose. Table sugar, which is composed of the monomers glucose and fructose. Third is the sucrose, a milk sugar consisting of the monomers glucose and galactose. Third types of carbohydrates is polysaccharides. Poly means many and saccharide is sweet. A long chain of monosaccharide linked by covalent bonds. A chain may be branched or unbranched, and it may contain different types of monosaccharides. Polysaccharides may be very large molecules. Types of polysaccharides. First, glycogen is the storage form of glucose in human and other vertebrates and is made up of monomers of glucose. Next is cellulose or fiber. It's the one of the most abundant natural biopolymers. The cell wall of plants are mostly made of cellulose, which provide structural support to the cell. The last one is the starch. It's a stored form of sugars in plants and is made up of amylose and amylopectin, which is both polymers of glucose. Carbohydrates.